What is up, everybody? I am Fabi. Today we're going to play with new makeup. Some of the makeup that I got from the Sephora sale, and also makeup that I got from other websites such as the RMS bronzer. Super excited for this. If you caught my last video, you know that I'm working on a video idea where I test several SPFs along with I'm gonna test various skin tints and foundations and hopefully find a few pairings of sunscreen and base products that work in harmony with each other. Starting with today's face of makeup, I will include the sunscreen step. The recommended amount of sunscreen is a 1/4 teaspoon. It's supposed to be roughly equivalent to 2 finger lengths for both your face and neck. I chose to use the one from Paula's Choice because I want to take very little chances with the SPF in the sense that I wanted to not ruin my makeup. And Paula's Choice is an established brand. I had the Fenty sunscreen initially in my hand. And then I was like, you know what? This is the first time that Fenty ventures into skincare. Let me just start with a brand that has been there, done that, to increase the likelihood of success. As I say that, peeling. This is exactly what I was afraid of. I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna try the Fenty sunscreen. I did use tretinoin last night, so I am hoping that what we saw that's peeling is not actually flaking, my skin flaking. Let's try the Fenty. This is SPF 30. Ooh, interesting. It's not white, it's pink. This sunscreen actually feels really nice. If this actually does absorb into the skin, I think it's gonna be a nice primer underneath makeup. My concern here is that it'll just sit on top of the skin and won't really penetrate. It does say apply before makeup for the ultimate canvas. This is promising. How did I forget to check for peeling? Because there is none. There is no peeling. Okay, this is exciting. I gave it 10 minutes for the sunscreen to absorb. I mean, it's still quite tacky. I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. We'll see what happens. My skin feels tacky, but and it looks dewy, but it's not overly, it's not overly sticky. Yeah, let's just proceed. Now we're gonna go in with the Forever Glow Star Filter from Dior. This is an illuminating product. It is multi-use, so you can put it under your foundation, mixed with your foundation, or over it. I'm just gonna put it under it. This is the shade 3N. I am going to put it only on one side of the face so that we can see if it really makes a difference. By the time that I put on the skin tint over it, is it going to let the glowy effect from this product through, or is it going to cancel it out? And now I'm gonna use a dense brush. This one came in a set. It's from IT Cosmetics called Airbrush Blurring Foundation. I really like the effect so far. It's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Looks like it did give me a little bit of coverage, which is nice. And also the glow, it's not a Tin Man glow. I'm not looking metallic. It just looks like my skin is really hydrated, like I just had a facial. This might make things tricky because this is the skin tint that I'm going to use, the one from Anastasia, and it comes in a stick. I want to take it and just swipe it over my face, but is that going to move everything that I have on my skin thus far? But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to apply it directly to the face because it's easy. We shall see how much coverage this gives. Nose, upper lip. Just wanted to show you what it looks like up close and the texture. I don't know, I think that it's going to have too much glow to put on top of the glowy SPF and the Star Glow. I think I'm gonna blend it with a sponge. So I'm just gonna tap it. Okay, it's giving me a light coverage. I think that powder is going to be necessary because I don't foresee this having a self-setting quality to it. And now I'm putting it on the side without the Star Glow Initially, I thought that both sides look the same, but actually this side where we put this product, it looks more even than this side. And regarding the glow, it's very subtle, but I do see it, especially right here in the high points of my cheek. You see a glow here. Now notice the other cheek. I don't see that same glow. I don't know if the camera is seeing what I'm seeing. It's like a very elegant kind of glow. Do I like the skin tint upon first impression? I am not wowed. I feel like it's gonna want to slip and slide. We'll see how it feels after I powder it. Next, I'm gonna add some concealer. This is not new. It is the NARS Light Reflecting Eye Brightener. I have it in the shade Golden Eye. And this is a Rare Beauty brush. I just want to put a little bit under my eyes. I put some concealer on my eyelids as well. And now it's time to powder. But I don't want to use a puff because I feel that my base is just going to transfer onto the puff because it feels so, it's tacky, it feels emollient. I don't know what's going to happen. I think that the best bet is to powder lightly with a brush because I feel that I can be more gentle with the brush than I can with a puff. I'm gonna take a bigger brush so that it doesn't take me forever. This base is so tacky. I don't want to over powder it, but yeah, I'm trying to bring down the tackiness, the stickiness, and get it to set, but it's not setting. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that sunscreen was not lightweight enough. Let's move on to the eyes. I'm gonna be using the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette, a mix of Mirage and Chiseled, and I'm gonna put that on the crease. These blend like an absolute dream. Did you see how effortless that was? It took me 2 seconds and it looks perfectly blended. Now I'm gonna go in with a darker shade, this guy, and I'm gonna put it here in the outer third. Now that I've added the definition that I want on my crease, the groundwork, so to speak, now we're gonna move on to adding some shimmer. How about we use one of those Dior highlighters, the one in the shade Nude? What kind of impact is that going to give us on the eye? I'm just tapping it on. I cannot get enough of these highlighters. I am gonna need the help of a brush to reach the inner corner, and I'm gonna bring it down the inner corner and just along the lash line a little bit here. This is not the first time that I put these highlighters on my eyes. I've tried Pearly on the eyes before, and I was very pleasantly surprised that it didn't crease on me at all. They really do have a nice dry down to them. My concealer is already creasing. So let's go ahead and troubleshoot. I'm taking my concealer brush and buffing out the creases. This is a Pat McGrath Blurring Under Eye Powder. Let's press it under the eye, set that really well. The tackiness of my base, it's insane. I don't see this working out, but we'll see. All right, my friends, now it's time for bronzer. I'm so excited to try this one from RMS. I'm a big fan of their blushes, the formula. It's smoothing, it's blurring, and I believe that this bronzer uses the same formula as the blushes. I have it in Malibu Muse. Oh, look at that luminosity. You see how my hair is sticking to my forehead? Look at that. I feel like I'm getting my makeup stuck to my brush. Should I abort this mission and start over? I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna see this through. I like this shade on me. It is a bit warm. I did see another shade that is more neutral, but according to the description, it was targeting medium skin tones. And I normally like to pick shades that are targeted to light, medium skin tones, because that is what works for me most of the time. What I'm liking about this shade is that it's not going overboard. It's not giving me too much pigment. I think it's giving me just the right amount to build it. If you normally stay away from really beamy powder highlighters, but you still want some glow on the cheek, I suggest you try the products from RMS, especially their blushes and now this bronzer. And now we're gonna do some blush. I'm gonna be using the Dior highlighter in Rosy. I think that this shade is my favorite, the Rosy. Look at that glow, and not only that, but it does give you color. It is pigmented on my skin tone. Look how pretty that looks. Wow. 2 dots more. And a dot here on the nose. Let me take it up here towards the temple. I'm just trying to keep it back here and not get too far into the inner cheek where the pores are larger. But look at that. So I'm turning down the lights just in case my light is too bright. It is almost identical to Pinkasm from Charlotte Tilbury. I say almost because I think that the Charlotte Tilbury is a teeny bit metallic, but that's only if you look at yourself in a magnifying mirror. But just from a regular distance, someone talking to you, I don't think they'll be able to tell the difference between Pinkasm and Rosy. So if you already have Pinkasm, you might want to skip this one. Now for the lips, I'm going to be using the Haus Labs lip glaze in the shade Fig, along with a Pat McGrath lip liner in the shade Brown Nouveau. I think that this combo is going to look very pretty. Okay, and I'm gonna blur the edge with my finger a little bit. Now let's go in. This is reminding me of Black Honey from Clinique. What do you think? I'm loving this shade. Now I'm putting on a little bit of mascara. This one is from Thrive. It's their tubing mascara. I'm not gonna do any liner because, to be honest with you, I'm gonna take this makeup off because I can see that my under eyes are starting to crease again. Makeup is collecting in my smile lines. All right, you win some, you lose some. It does look pretty, the makeup overall. I really like the lip glaze. It feels very nourishing, almost like a lip balm. It's not sticky like a thick lip gloss would be. Very comfortable. Now regarding the star glow that we put on this side of the face, I mean, is it noticeable? I don't think so. I don't think it made a difference under this skin tint and over the sunscreen. This was the culprit. This sunscreen was just way too hydrating, doesn't dry down. It felt sticky as soon as I put it on. I waited 15 minutes for it to dry, to absorb, and the stickiness never really went away. The highlighter on the eyes, it looks nice, but it also creased. And I did put sunscreen on my eyelids, so I'm thinking that's the reason why it creased. Anyway, overall, pretty look, just not practical. Not practical for the everyday. All right, that's it for me. I will see you in the next one. Bye.